Joy, joy, joy.
Joy Luck Club, come join us at the Joy Luck Club. Joy Luck Club, Joy Luck Club, come take a load off at the Joy Luck Club.
Hello.
It's
Welcome. Hey, good evening, good day, wherever you are. I hope you're having a good time. Today, it's been a while. We know it's been a while.
We've been busy.
So updates.
Yeah.
How's it going, Dino?
Oh, it's going good. I just got a puppy.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What's the puppy's name?
Sasuke.
Oh, the one from Naruto.
Yeah, Naruto's best friend. Because I am Naruto.
I don't even know what that means, but anyway, that's
it's
nice to
anime.
meet a puppy.
Shut
Yeah. Anyway, well, it's October, late October.
Yes.
And you know what that you know what it means.
It's almost Christmas. It's almost Christmas.
My favorite time.
Thanksgiving first.
Weirdly enough,
Back home, it's Christmas already.
Not true. So we started in September.
Yep. That's the bear months start.
the start.
That's the start of the Christmas season.
Yeah.
But-
And Halloween, surprisingly enough, it's more universal than you might think.
Yeah.
Because we're all from the Philippines, and we'll try to share as much as we can as to how it is to experience.
No,
this-
because back home, Halloween really.
he just jumped on me.
Shut up.
Just disagreed me right
No,
off the bat.
I'm actually
I'm just
gonna
kidding.
agree
Go
with you.
ahead.
No, because back home, Halloween is kind of a little different. A little different in the sense that when
We celebrated naked.
with alcohol.
Yes. And lead pipe.
Yes.
No,
I'm
because
just kidding.
back home.
Black home.
And no, I said,
Where are you from?
I'm from the Philippines. No, because back home, instead of having, some people probably have Halloween parties. Most Filipinos are getting ready or are already at the cemetery.
Especially the dead ones.
Especially the dead ones. Yes, they're there. No, because a lot of the Filipinos, they celebrate the lives of those that are departed, and then they go to the cemetery and actually celebrate All Souls Day.
Yes.
So with that, they go to the cemetery, light a candle, have a picnic, like that person is right there.
Yeah. You guys can look it up, but I think it's part of the Spanish influence, like
Yeah.
Dia de los Muertos.
Yes.
I don't know what you said.
Dia
but
de
okay.
los Muertos.
Okay.
Yes.
But yeah, but and then there's a lot of storytelling about
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute, hold on.
things, yeah.
What is the Spanish term? Todos los Santos. It is Todos los Santos, right?
Yeah, you're
All
right.
Souls Day.
All Souls Day.
Yes.
Todos los Santos.
Yeah. And that bit of info was brought to you by
Nobody.
nobody. We're waiting on our sponsors. Hi, Troy. Hi, Wandering Dog.
We're waiting for our coffee.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's how most Filipinos celebrate about Halloween or All Souls Day and All
Day.
Saints Day.
All Saints Day, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but in honor of that, we're gonna tell our creepy supernatural stories.
Yeah. I think you can't mention cemetery without the whole
Correct.
spookiness.
Cemetery. Some people can't stand
Yeah.
cemetery.
Well, I do. I actually drove by David's cemetery, but anyway, that's neither here nor there because it's not about me.
It's always
This
about
time.
you. No, but we'll start with you, Warren. Let's start with your story and your experience.
Yeah. So beyond me,
Yeah.
my nephew, he's old enough to remember how it was. So we used to live in Chinatown, like underneath like wood
House.
wooden house, kindling. So it was just a matter of time. So burnt down, and then we moved somewhere else, which we thought was an improvement because it's an all concrete 3-story. I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to be callous, but it reminded me of concentration camps in World War II. It's just concrete with metal windows, with glass. But anyway, so unlike here in the States, when you move in your new apartment, all you have to do is
Call DPNL.
call DPNL or whoever
Actually,
your provider is.
he called them ahead of time. Hey, turn the light on. Yeah.
And then this is spooky because I mean before this is actually a take two kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because everything shut off
Yeah, when we were doing the
for
first
no
take.
reason, and the bulbs right now is
Oh, no, never mind. He's playing with it.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I was like, what, is it turning off by itself? Okay.
yeah,
All right, never mind. I'll continue with your story.
which is expected. I mean, even the light bulbs are turned off by Dino. But anywho, so we moved into this weird, depressing concrete block, 3 stories. So when we moved in, we had to tap into our neighbor's electric supply, just to get a few bulbs. Speaking of which, so we can have light. So I don't know why at that time our food was made on the 3rd story. I don't know what the story behind that was, but
No,
in the-
because I think the kitchen, we already moved
oh yeah,
all
the kitchen was
equipment upstairs.
the kitchen was upstairs.
Yeah.
So in the middle of the meal, our first dinner
On the house.
at that
The
house,
new house, yeah.
yeah. So we were at the ground floor in this makeshift table, and we ran out of rice. I don't know if you know it, Filipinos love rice. So we sent someone up to get big bowl of rice. So in a few, I'm trying to recall as to how many steps it would take to get you to the top floor. You would
12,
say
10, maybe?
No,
Well,
it's
40
2
step-
flights, so about 40 something.
Oh, wow.
I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, 40
Because
steps.
it's three floors. So yeah, I mean
That's pretty
yeah,
pretty high.
it's got an
Yeah.
east wing and a west wing.
Wow,
Seriously,
that's
yes.
just like the
Yeah.
White House.
Yeah, but it looks like a concentration camp.
Yes, it does. So we sent this guy. Said, "Can you grab us another bowl of rice?" And he said, "Sure." So
He didn't have a choice.
he didn't have a choice because he was last at the totem pole. But anyway, so he went up, climb, and got the rice. And a few minutes later, we see this bowl of rice just rolling down the stairs, like thump, 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 crash. And there's
Rice all over.
rice all
pretty
over
much,
the
yeah.
place. Like 1 or 2 seconds later, this dude came rolling by.
Like
Like he pretty much rolled down head first, just came tumbling down the
the
stairs.
guy who got the rice.
Yeah,
Yeah. And we all said, you dumb son of a bitch.
we'll name him Bob.
Yeah. So everyone's cussing him out.
Yeah.
You
'Cause
messed up.
apparently-
No, because he wasted rice. Yeah.
that's
That's like tragic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasted
I
rice.
mean, you could be hanged for wasting rice back home. That's how big of a
Precious,
deal
yeah.
rice is. But anyway, so he landed on the floor. First off, we all got mad because rice was wasted. But after that, we all asked him how he felt.
Yeah,
Rice first before.
rice first before his
Well-being.
well-being.
Yeah.
You know, the natural order of things in the Philippines. So, I remember asking him what happened. Like, did you trip? Because it was dark. It almost sounded like a dumb question. Like, did you trip because was it
dark.
because it's dark? But his answer was, it's straight out of a movie. Because he was just staring at me, like bug-eyed, like something. He just saw something very terrifying, obviously. And then he came to.
Yes, yeah.
Because he was mumbling like I don't know if you were there, but he was mumbling something about a foot. Yeah, and it's funny now, but when he came to and started being more coherent about what happened, he said that he was looking down on the bowl of rice, the empty bowl of rice. So because he was minding his steps. Like again, it was
was dark.
dimly
Yeah,
lit.
yeah.
So you're trying to see where your feet is, right? So when he was at the last step towards the top floor and he looked up, he said that he saw a pair of giant feet with big claws. And what he said was so funny and at the same time
Scary.
scary, funny, made sense in a funny way. He said that he didn't bother looking up because if
Yeah.
if the feet was that big with those giant claws, just imagine what the rest of the thing was. Or
I wouldn't look up too.
So he didn't look up and he turned around and that's when he started rolling down the
Because he
stairs.
panicked. I'm pretty sure because I would.
And for some reason, I mean, this was I was with hard nosed workers.
Mm-hmm.
These are the kind of people that would step on a rusty nail
Be fine. with
and
it.
just dust it up. But none of them casted any doubt on what the guy said. They all felt it.
Oh, so there's a.
They already knew that house is just bad juju.
Yeah.
And,
Well, wait. You guys are Chinese though.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what the ghost was.
No.
If he was, if he was
no,
from
there's a
Taiwan.
relation to this. There's a relation to this. No, but because you got okay. I guess my question is.
Are you trying to say that since we're Chinese, only a Chinese ghost is
No, what I'm trying to say is, don't you guys believe in feng shui, right? Kind of, sort of.
That you know what? I'm glad you asked that. Seriously,
No,
I am so
because
glad.
the reason I ask is, if you're like, you guys are Chinese, so you kind of believe in feng shui.
My dad was heavy into that.
Okay, so before you even go into an apartment or a house, what they do is they consult someone and kind of feel the house, how it's chi or good luck or whatever is going to be.
I don't know if you remember the first part of the story was our house burnt down.
Oh yeah, right. So you had no choice. No,
No, I'm glad. No, I'm glad that I'm glad you brought up hong shui.
Yeah.
Which is air and water, or wind and water. But so towards the first 6 months, because we were feeling a lot
Weird
of spooky.
stuff, yeah.
So my dad called, pretty much got a consult
yeah, that's,
from a geomancer, which is a feng shui master.
yeah.
And you can ask anyone, pretty much anyone in the Chinese community, that he charges
A ton of money
a ton of money
for consultation. Yeah, I mean,
an arm and a leg for a consult. And it's bad when he said that I'm not gonna. This one's freebie. Just move out. Just move out.
that's what he said.
That's what he told my
Did
dad.
he even go to the house? Like in the house?
He said that he can go on a list of things that are totally wrong about how the house is arranged.
Yeah.
You know how the foundation should not be bearing on the whatever the Buddhist shrine you
Yeah,
have, because it's weighing on your the
Yeah, a lot of factors, really.
like,
For those who believe in feng shui, you'll understand.
yeah. And you can look it up. It's some of them sound arbitrary, but some of
makes
them are
sense.
based in science.
And it makes sense.
Yeah.
Feng shui just makes sense, actually.
That's
But
what the
anyway.
geomancer said, that this one's on me, but please move out.
Yeah, because it's like dangerous to live there.
Yeah. And
A lot of bad luck. Bad juju.
business just went super slow. My mom got cancer.
Yeah.
And his Vion's godfather, who kind of drove my mom around, got shot in the head.
Oh my god.
He
Just-
haunted the place too.
Yes.
Oh, is this the
Yeah, my
the
godfather.
Guy, the guy. Well, this is the story. You should tell that story. Is this the guy in the car?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Vion's dad.
Well, wait, before we stop that, is this the end of the story of the big?
The big
Foot
claw.
claw.
Yes.
So
Yes.
pretty
Well,
much you
yeah.
found out.
Yeah.
That was the first
Well, that's just
encounter.
one- just
so
the-
that was the first
That was the
That
encounter.
was the
encounter.
first concrete,
encounter on
you
that
can
house. Yeah.
say, documented account of what happened.
On
It's,
that
the
house.
list goes on though, but since you brought up his Ninong godfather, he got shot, and then our shop is a revolving door for workers, so we get
Yeah.
new workers all the time, and wait a minute, I think it was your dad that brought it up because his dad came home from the States one time, and he heard someone shutting the car
yeah.
door at 4 a.m.
The garage.
The car door.
Yeah, and no one answered. No one. We try to put it off. We try to evade the question, if you will, because he
But-
knew
so-
the guy. I mean,
So, but you've been hearing this before he even got there, or
even before Beyond's dad came home, he haunted people.
Yeah.
Oh,
He haunted the workers.
People would ask,
He's-
"Who was that?"
Yeah, because he likes to play pranks.
to
I
the
mean,
workers.
you know, I mean when he was alive.
Yeah.
So
Even after,
when he died, he haunted them. Like he would, touch the back of their heads, things like that.
That's fucked up. I'm
it's
sorry.
just-
Yeah, which that's what I'm gonna do to you.
Well, I'll tell him where you live. How's that?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's so messed up because
He didn't have a visa though.
there's no way that they can make it up since they don't know.
Yeah, and they never
They
met
don't know
him.
him. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because he would the new workers would ask other workers that's been there before.
Yeah.
Before they were, like, who was that guy? Because the barong, okay,
Yeah.
a Filipino tidbit. It's a formal wear, and most, it's
like a suit and tie.
It's kind of like a
here.
suit and
Yeah.
tie.
Yeah,
and-
it's,
and
it's what
most-
you get married in,
yeah.
and then it's what you get buried.
Get buried in,
Yeah. So they were asking, who's this guy cleaning the car at 4 a.m. wearing a barong?
Yeah,
You know.
such a hard worker.
Yeah, and they just look at each other, and they just how it's kind of creepy to talk about ghosts and the dead. Like you try not to talk about it. You don't want to invite bad juju. But and there was this is almost comical because some people that knew him, they still some of them still get haunted. So there's this guy that I guess saw him by his bedside. So what he did was put the blanket over his face, but there was a hole in the blanket.
hole in the blanket.
And this is creepy. This is, I mean, if there's any filmmaker out there, this is like a wonderful, terrifying scene. Because apparently the apparition, the ghost, what he did was put his face close to the hole.
So they can.
So
they can see
just
him.
imagine how concentrated that field of vision is. Like you're looking straight into a ghost's face, and they quit. They told my
I
brother.
would quit too.
Yeah,
I mean, the just hearing stuff, I'll probably quit already.
it got progressively worse because what they do in the middle of the night, if they had to relieve themselves, was to go downstairs to go to the bathroom, and he would be there like waiting
Yeah,
for them.
like waiting for them to.
So what they did
scare
is
'em.
bring 2 liters of empty Coke bottles to pee in. Smart, but the ghost is smarter than they are. So what he did was wait for them at the sleeping quarters.
So the sleeping quarters is on the second floor then.
Well,
on
it's,
the
it's,
other
it's
side.
on the other side.
So he doesn't confine himself to one place. He
No,
wanders
no.
around the house.
yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But he never haunted. Well,
The family members,
not me.
No, not me. No.
just the workers.
Just the workers.
Just the workers. He
Yeah.
just loves messing with them for some reason.
Yeah.
So, where does the worker wash their hands after they pee in the bottle?
Nowhere.
No one asks about. No one
Yeah.
shakes their hand in the morning though. That's one thing you don't want to do with them. But yeah, that house is super.
Oh yeah.
it's-
No, there's one story you told me about. It's about your brother, the fridge thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah, you gotta tell
yeah.
that story. This is amazing. I mean,
And people that know me, I'm a storyteller, but that brother, this particular brother, is as quiet as anyone can be. Pretty low key. But when he talks, you listen because it's
yeah, because he doesn't talk a lot.
yeah. He gets up in the morning. He's a very hard worker. He gets up ass crack of dawn. So he sees apparition all the time. All the time. Like
Yeah.
But as much as he wants to discount that they exist, he tries to play it off like maybe it's just
Yeah,
like
it's nothing.
it's nothing.
Imagination. Yeah.
So one time he saw this apparition of an old scary looking lady standing by. Just imagine if you have.
I just want to make it clear. This is still the same house.
This is the same house. It's
It's
the
the same
goofy
house,
the
yep.
scary, weird house. So this apparition was standing right in front of him. Like, think of Beetlejuice and how casual they were with the ghost.
Yeah.
That's how my brother was. But he told me that.
But your brother has a third eye, though. I mean, that's kind of the story.
Yeah. I mean, people tell him that he has a third eye. He never claimed that he has a third eye.
Yeah.
But he never denied it. Though.
Yeah, he
So
tries
welcomed
not
it.
to. Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, this particular morning, so he saw this apparition standing by the counter,
Close
which
to
was
the fridge.
close to the fridge. So I'll ignore this, whatever this is. See, so he grabs something from the fridge, opens the door, right? Just imagine yourself opening the fridge slowly. Grab a stick of butter or something, whatever you grab from the fridge in the morning. Imagine as you close the door, the same apparition that you saw 5 feet away from the fridge is now standing 6
Right.
inches away from your face.
Oh my god. I if that was me, I don't know what I would do.
I know what you would do. Same thing you did at the haunted house.
I would scream. Yes. No, I think I couldn't scream. I'll just freeze.
Probably.
Like,
And it's just, I mean, I probably, if I try hard enough, if I put myself into it, I can write a book about it, because his wife, Ed's late wife,
Yeah.
Carmela, owned a arts and crafts store.
Well, wait, before you get into that, finish the whole story, because that's not the last time he saw the apparition.
Yeah, it was.
see, I didn't know this.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What do you call when you score 3 straight points in hockey? Is it what? Hat trick.
Hat trick. Yeah.
It's a hat
Ghost
trick.
did the hat trick.
Yeah.
So he at that time he probably thought, man, this is gonna be an interesting.
But he still
day."
ignored it though on the fridge.
Yeah,
he
he
still
just-
ignored it.
Yeah. So
Man,
your brother has big
he
balls.
worked.
He worked my dad's old business. He took over it, but still found time to do a side gig, which was to buy and sell fish, like high-end fish for a Japanese restaurant. So he goes downstairs to start his truck. So I forgot how it was exactly, but
It's he went down, the second floor. When he was going down the stairs, he saw the apparition again standing at the bottom of the stairs by the second floor.
yeah.
Staring at him again.
Staring at him again. Then he just ignored it again, and just went on about his way.
So he passed it.
Yeah, he passed it. Then he went
fish
downstairs.
truck, yeah.
His truck, and he opened the garage door and everything. And then when he got in his truck, it was sitting in the truck with him.
Yeah.
kidding me?
Yep. And then he said, "Yep, shutting it off. I'm done for today."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I would shit my pants.
Who knows? The ghost was, or the apparition, whatever that was, the specter was trying to tell him that.
Yeah.
Dude, go back to bed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's like actually it might be have been
it
a
might
good
be.
thing.
Yeah, it might be saying.
Yeah,
"Hey,
you
man,
might be in
you
a
need to-"
bad
No, but I
accident.
would have been dead by the third appearance.
But this is the second one.
Yeah.
This is so he just left.
No,
the car.
okay. Counter, fridge, stairs.
So 4.
it was more
4.
than a hat trick.
Yeah, so it's 4.
And then the car.
In the
And
car.
that's it. And the fourth try, he said, "You win."
said, "You win."
Shuts the truck.
Yeah.
Shuts the door. Goes
back
up
to
and he just went back to
But
bed.
did he ever say what the apparition
Nope.
looked like, or what, or is it just a shadow?
What he claims, like, I couldn't, obviously I can say that it's 100% true. That's what he thinks he saw. But
Yeah.
from the way he describes, they change. You know how in Japanese porn the penises are pixelated? He said that. Sorry, Jerry, but he said that it all depends on how you look at it. It changes. It changes the shape and the. Yeah.
That's creepy, man. I didn't know this.
No,
part. I've never heard this.
The
part.
only family member that Vion's godfather ever appeared to was to Ed,
Yeah, but he had a weird devilish
Weird.
face.
because he was going upstairs wearing the barong. This was after he died. And said,
Of course.
Of course.
And
I
he
mean,
said-
I don't think the
alive.
living can
and
haunt.
it was looking at him.
In a bad. I mean,
This
I was
was
gonna say in a
dead-
bad way.
Like middle of the work day.
Like sun is up and everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he was looking at him. I said, "Now what?" that's he said that was his reaction. Was, "Now what? Why are you appearing to me?"
Yeah.
And the ghost
Did the
turned around, but it wasn't the Godfather's
yeah.
face. It was devilish.
Yeah, it's like devilish, creepy.
just using the image probably or something?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe a haunted.
It's. I think
Ghost.
it's the devil's version of like hacking into your Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
It's like making fun of your family.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, just making fun of you or having a good time with your family, kind of, sort of.
Oh, I mean, I'm hoping that he's having a good time.
Well, he was.
Yeah.
You guys weren't.
Yeah. Well, last, because I mean, everyone has to take a turn, but this is the last part. Like
No,
I
say I
said,
am enjoying this.
like I said, Carmela, my wonderful late sister-in-law, so she owned this crafts business.
Yeah.
Yeah. Arts and crafts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they export to the United States, and this it's like she hires artists because these are handmade. So she hires people to
Footmade.
Oh, what?
workers
Oh, yeah.
to paint the whatever is in season. Anyway, and so she hired a new batch, like 3 of them, and then the next day they quit. And
All of them?
Yeah,
All of
and
them, yeah.
she asked them why. She said, "Well, we were watching TV, and this man came out of nowhere, scary looking man, and we followed him. All 3 of us followed him where he's going."
Why?
No, that's not
That's my question.
That's
Why?
no.
Okay,
No.
okay.
The scary part was, okay, 3 people,
Yeah.
meaning 6 eyeballs was
Yeah,
looking
saw
at
this.
this
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Walked by the TV and walked straight into the wall. They. So the next morning,
Okay, wait. This is the same house, though.
same house
house.
again.
Why,
yeah.
why in that house?
Well, it's a bargain. You know how we Chinese are.
I would
It's a good
I would
bargain.
have left.
It came with the army of ghosts. But
Okay,
anyway,
Okay.
so the workers went to my sister-in-law's office. So we quit. We can't handle.
What they
So
saw.
we just agreed with your pay. It's very generous. I mean, you get housing, you get
Yeah.
food. What else could you possibly want? Well, this is what happened. And then Carmela said, "You have a point."
Did they ever describe what they saw?
It was, you know what batik is?
No, I mean batik is. I know
The
batik.
pattern, like the cloth,
Yeah,
textile
yeah.
pattern, Indonesian,
Yeah.
very Malayan. So the guy, that was what the guy was wearing, but the face is just indescribably scary, evil looking.
Yeah, I mean it's not. I mean, there's like all sorts of. If you ever watch, any paranormal shows, things like that, they describe like different types of hauntings. All of those hauntings is in that house. There's even an exorcism that went in that house.
Oh my god!
There
Wait, was this your auntie?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
in Filipino hierarchy
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
family, she would be my aunt, but she's younger than I am.
I mean, there's poltergeist. There's one of our, technically we can say nanny, right? Because she took care of you guys, took care of me.
well, this nanny was multi-generational.
She
nanny.
took care of my grandma, took care of you guys, took care of me.
And she was in that house too.
She
Yeah.
lived in that.
She-
She's
she
loud.
lived-
She is a super loud mouth, like
Yeah.
nagger.
Yep.
Like
Bless her
again, I
soul,
repeat,
too. Yeah.
nagger, not the word that you might think that I have said, but yeah,
Yeah.
she nags a lot.
Yeah. Very
Then-
awesome lady. Very, very awesome
Very.
lady. Yeah.
Never learned to read. I mean, this would put context as to how strong this woman is. Never learned how to read and write, but can go around, can compute.
Yeah, basic
Money,
math.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, he was about what, 5, 6, around that age. Well, a little older than Finn.
A little older, yeah. Maybe about 7 or 8.
Yeah, and they would.
Yeah.
I mean, they're kids, loud.
Yeah, yeah.
And she,
Would yell at them.
yeah, like, "Quiet now," just wag kayo maingay.
Yeah.
Gulo-gulo,
Be quiet,
Be
yeah,
quiet.
yeah, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. And I guess whatever was haunting us took offense in that.
The
That she was
Her
yelling,
saying-
Yeah.
or her
Kids.
being loud.
Because
Yeah.
early in the morning, around, which was the creepy part, it's always around 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
You know, they said that's a time.
That's the
Well,
devil's
it's
time.
the devil's time
Yeah.
because that's. I
Yeah.
mean, supposedly that's when
That's
Jesus
why
died.
sometimes I hate 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Like getting up at 3 in the morning to pee.
Yeah, that's why you should just stay up.
That's the first thing I think about. Oh, it's 3 a.m. Why am I waking up?
I don't
at
know
3?
why. I never.
Anyway,
I,
continue the story.
I don't
Yeah,
really
yeah.
subscribe to that. I try not to.
Yeah, but yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
she ran out of her little room because we made her
Yeah,
Yeah.
her
Oh,
own
bedroom.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
runs out, pale, like babbling. And she said, this giant hand, this time it's a hand, a giant hand with claws slapped her across the face.
And I mean, and then you wouldn't think that it's real, but then when you looked at her face,
There's
There's a
claws.
mark.
there's like a mark, like somebody slapped her face.
I
Or
turned
something
around, I
slapped
said,
her face.
bye.
Go back to bed.
We'll talk about this in the morning.
So what did she do after that? Though? Went back to bed.
That's the strength, dude. That's
She went back to
That's
the room.
cojones. Like, like she was mad. Well, first off, she was scared. But
And then
she
turned
was,
into
she
mad.
was more.
She was more mad.
madder than she was scared.
Yeah.
Because she was cussing in Philippine, like, tangin, pakita sa akin, sampalin ko rin siya. Translation, if that thing appears again, I would slap him, yeah. I said, that's ballsy. So she just went back to her room, went back to bed.
Like nothing happened.
I would not be able to sleep for days
No.
if that happens
Yeah.
to me.
I wouldn't go back to that room.
But, you know, same thing. I was thinking when you're talking about your uncle. I mean, your brother Ed.
Yeah,
Like
Ed,
when after seeing the ghost from the truck, he went back to up like snouts. And what's the guarantee
Because
that?
that's not his first time. That's
Yeah.
not his first time.
What
Yeah,
would be the
'cause-
guarantee that that ghost would be upstairs?
Yeah, we'll not follow him upstairs.
Well,
I
I,
mean,
think after the 4th time you'll get
Like,
used to it. Like,
yeah.
whatever.
Because I mean, he would sometimes tell you, "Hey, don't sit there," because something's
I would
there.
say, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
hey, you might not want to sit there because
Don't run any chores today. Don't go anywhere today because
you know. But
No, he would warn you like don't sit. or
Yeah.
'Cause there's
be
someone
careful,
there.
there's someone
he
behind
would,
you.
yeah, he would
Like
he
in
would-
real
yeah.
time, tell you.
Yeah, yeah, because he said he sees them like vividly, like what they're wearing.
Yeah.
yeah,
wow, I would be like, whoa.
Well, he's probably used to it.
yeah.
Like the whole I see dead people. I mean,
Yeah.
I,
For him, it's true.
I think
yeah.
you know,
For him, it's real.
I'm still trying to be on the fence, but I can tell you this much: it's
But
a
your-
wobbly fence.
No, but
you
your
know?
brother. I mean, I know him for not really. I mean, knowing your brother, he's very kind, but he's not the type that will make.
Make up stories.
Yeah,
yeah.
he's not.
You know,
And he's not the type of guy that just like you make fun of everything or whatever.
like
something
you.
yeah,
Make up stories.
yeah,
you
make up
know.
stories.
Yeah. No, but circling back to what I
Okay,
mentioned,
going back to the light bulb that you just turned off, you know.
the whole exorcist type deal. I mean, Warren can tell that story because I mean, we were all asleep when that happened, and he was awake since my grandma woke him up. You know, say, hey, give her some water.
Yeah.
So-
No, I woke up because she was screaming.
Oh yeah, because
In
your
different-
room
Who
was
was
right outside.
screaming?
the
Who
room.
was
Yeah,
screaming?
yeah, yeah,
Who was
yeah.
screaming?
This would be good. That hold on, let me try to explain this. Like I don't want to get into it deep as to how
Just-
that
yeah,
hierarchy.
yeah, yeah.
Well, this is a Filipino
It's like-
podcast, so it's like the
yeah,
hierarchy
yeah.
of the Filipino family dynamics.
Yeah.
You know how if it's not. If the person is not within your immediate family, then it's just a cousin in general, right?
Yeah.
Like we call everybody uncles.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah.
But if it's your grandfather's cousin, you still consider them as lolo.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
still a grandfather.
Yeah. So since she was my grand uncle's daughter, so that she's considered an aunt.
Yeah.
And just a little Filipino tidbit. Anyway, so she was staying in the city. She from the country to stay with us for a couple days. Okay, this night I was awakened by screaming, like someone was beating someone up. You know, like no, layuan mo ako.
Yeah.
With translation,
Stay
get away from me.
yeah,
Yeah.
get away from me.
So what the, getting up from that, I mean, you try to piece things together because it's not an everyday thing for us. So, got out of the room, and my mom was holding my cousin and down. And I said, and in my head, I'm sorry, at this time, everything, started to, like I'm awake now at this point, fully awake.
Yeah.
But it still didn't make any sense because why would my mom beat her up? But she was just holding her down. Like, no. And then go on a different voice from high pitch to no. I said, oh my God.
So it's a typical, what's that movie? The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Like,
It's straight out of the movie, dude.
Yeah.
It's straight out of a movie. Yeah. No, it's like first it's a begging tone. Like, please don't,
Yeah.
and then no.
Like
And then
there's two people
switching
talking,
back and forth.
yeah,
And me
there's-
being, we're healthcare workers, so
Yeah.
my first instinct was to go for
Psychotic.
schizophrenia.
Yeah.
So my mom called out and said, "Hey, can you grab us the water?
Like
The holy water, because
Oh,
my
holy
mom
water.
goes to this infant Jesus thing, Santo Niño. So she has this blessed bottled water, and I'm not a Catholic, so I'm like, to me it's just
Water.
Yeah. So I poured out a glass full of this holy water. So I handed it to her for her to drink. Because at this point, she started to kind of calm down.
Mm-hmm.
And she looked at me. I mean, mind you, my cousins have thick eyebrows. I mean, they look like Mexican Americans because of the Spanish side of family. And she growled. And she said, ayoko niyan.
Like,
Yeah, ayoko niyan.
that. I don't want that.
I said, okay. Okay. I turned around and said, and then my mom, God bless her, strong as an ox. She just nodded her head, and I just walked away. And they just trying to hold her down because she was going back and forth like, oh my God, pagod na ako, ayoko na, meaning I'm tired,
I'm
please
tired.
let me go. So what? In my head, all I can think of is, what the F is going on?
Yeah. So do you know about exorcism before though? I mean,
I know what it is. I've never performed one, and I've never really taken it for as something real, So at that night, so what my mom decided to do was to get her in the car and go to a faith
healer. Yeah.
an exorcist,
Yeah.
pretty much. So, I think I was the only person that was awake in this giant haunted house. And I realized that after they all left. Like, wait a minute. So for hours, I
it's quiet.
stayed in my room in a fetal position, sucking on my thumb, like, please come home. And just when you think that it's all over, because they came back,
Yeah.
the story even got creepier.
Why?
Because the exorcist lived out in the boonies.
Yeah.
So they were circling around this house. They asked an old man, like, do you know, I forgot, let's put a name on this exorcist, Larry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah.
like, hey, do you know where Larry the exorcist lives? Oh, you go down this rice paddy, turn around by the corner store, and then 5 houses down, you'll see his house.
Yeah.
Drove. They ran into the same old man
Multiple times.
multiple times.
Oh
Like,
my
Yeah.
God.
well, eventually they found the house. This was before GPS.
Yeah,
And they're driving around a 1980 Opel Berlina,
Yeah.
which at that time was a pretty cool car.
Yeah.
But no, they couldn't find the house for hours. Well, they eventually found it.
Yeah, because they realized they're only driving on 3 wheels and they're going around in circles.
Yeah.
I keep seeing the guy.
The old man said, "You're freaking yourselves out. You only have 3 wheels. That's why." Oh, okay. No, so they found the house, and then, like, I'm taking this from my mother's account.
Yeah.
So, in my faith on my mom, so I hold this as true. What she said was that the exorcist said was she had a playmate, not her, but the cousin in question had a playmate when she was
Young.
a child, and they made a pact. Like, we're gonna be best friends for life.
For life.
And that friend drowned. And she said from that point on, like, she would come back and try to get her there would always be an attempt at least once a year
To get her.
to come into whatever side she's on.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
the afterlife, which is,
Because she wouldn't rest, kind of, sort of.
yeah. And they did the tawas. You know
Yeah.
what the tawas? Can you explain what tawas is?
That was his,
Crystals.
what do you call that?
Crystal. No, it's
It's
crystal.
alum. Is it alum?
Yeah.
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 It's hard to explain, really.
It's a ritual.
It's a ritual.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
we
it's a
call it
ritual.
suob.
I
I
think
don't
that's the term for. I mean, for us from Masbate, I think
Okay,
that was the
it's
term.
suob.
That is a ritual to get the spirit out.
Yeah.
Or away, or
So they
to
rub
get,
crystal on your armpits?
No, but tawas you can use that for your armpits.
It's like
technically.
it's a combination of let me see, aluminum.
Yeah, they use a chemical and then they use water too.
And they used to
Incense.
candle.
Yes.
Melted candles.
So the candle actually is more of a assessment. So it's like
Assessment?
no, I'm serious.
Oh, so they drip the candle wax
So
on you?
they will drip the candle in a pot of water. Just random, just
It's a
random.
ghost ultrasound.
Yes, technically. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So the candle will form something.
Will give you a clue as to what
And-
it is.
and they will-
and that's
and-
where the creepy part came, because the droplets formed.
I'm having goosebumps.
No, this is what my mom said. It took a form of a child.
There you go. So that's why they do a candle, like the drip, because that's kind of okay. Let's find out what's going on with this.
Yeah.
So they do the candila, the
Yeah.
drip. So they find out, and then so they know how to cure it.
Yeah.
So that's how the process is kind of on a faith healer.
And according to my mom, it wasn't my cousin's account only. It was the exorcist lead in questions, meaning he had an idea before he asked the question. Mm-hmm. Was this an
Yeah.
old friend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he
That was,
had
the
an
creepy,
idea.
that was the creepy part, because that's
He
how they
knew.
knew the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, I think as I remember, they were telling the story too that she was getting possessed by the spirit, right?
Before
Yes. Oh,
this encounter.
Yeah.
Well, while they were going to the fate healer,
Okay.
because they
So,
knew
but
that
I
it was
wonder
a,
though, is this the first time that it happened?
No, she
Oh,
said that
yeah.
it was an irregular.
Yeah, because I mean, like either that or she's schizophrenic. I mean,
Yeah.
who knows?
Not clockwork.
But did
It's
they
not like
fix
the
it, though? But
IRS is
yeah,
sending you a notice on April 15. No, it's
but did
nothing
they
like
fix
that.
it though? That's the question, I guess.
No, and she went home and we never heard from her again.
Yeah,
I don't think you outgrow that. If it's schizophrenia, then obviously she needs help. But I mean, there's no resolution. But the story is super creepy. I mean, I witnessed
No,
it
plus
happen.
your mom would not lie to you like that. I mean,
I mean, she would not lie to me, but she could be
no,
wrong.
she
That's what I'm
wouldn't.
saying.
yeah. I mean, plus that's based on the faith healers.
yeah.
What he says too.
Yeah.
Um,
But she said that the coincidence just so strong. He knew what was going on with the line of questioning he did. Like,
I mean, just to clarify to all to our listeners, there's a lot of faith healers back home.
Shamans.
Most
Shamans.
are fake.
that's why I
kinda,
call them
sorta.
fake
Yeah.
healers.
Yeah.
Fake healers.
But
Yeah.
there are some that are actually authentic, that they know what they're talking about. They can actually help you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is probably one of them that are actually real ones.
Oh, people all over the Philippines go see him. He never moved out of the spot.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
But I mean, I still am like, I'm not fully convinced. I mean, I'm telling you stories of what I have witnessed and my assessment of it. I'm not saying that this is real. Like in a sense of being tangible or being reproducible. No, I'm not saying that. But I saw it happen. That's That's what I'm trying to get at.
Oh, those are a lot of good stories,
Yeah.
man.
No, bad
It's
because they're
creepy.
scary.
No, it's creepy.
Sorry.
I've heard some of the stories before, but the fine details, I'm just hearing it now.
I think it's the details that make it even
yeah,
strongly
so,
creepier.
It's actually you gave me goosebumps, really. So,
I always do.
'cause I think,
Dino.
no, but the thing, no, but you know me, I'm superstitious too.
Yeah.
I believe in a lot of. I mean, I believe in feng shui, goodness sake, and then I believe in ghosts because I haven't encountered one too. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Jerry, do you have any encounters with ghosts?
Well,
Spirits?
Oh, Jerry is a ghost. In case you don't know.
not really, because I'm a very I get scared really easy, so I find ways to logically explain those unexplainable things that I see.
Yeah.
So I
Well,
try
explain Joe Biden then.
we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there.
to. So yeah, I mean, there are times like I said, "Oh, this is really scary," but then again, I'm like, there must be something else. So just to keep myself from being scared.
Well, if you want to listen to my story, I have one.
Not really.
Okay, bye. No.
I do.
No, I normally I wouldn't believe in ghosts really. And the only reason I believe is because what I see in Magandang Gabi Bayan.
Or what you see in
yeah,
the
what-
camera.
Is this
Yeah.
a story you told us before? Or you
Yes,
just-
this is
Okay.
a story I told you before.
Is it the nurse ghost?
No.
When you
well,
first
no,
came?
no. I was the nurse. Okay, let me tell you the story. So I used
what are you gonna show us?
no, I'm not gonna show you it.
Dino, put that back.
No, so my story is obviously as an encounter. I had
This is back home or here?
back home. This is
Okay.
back home. I mean, there's one here in your house, but we'll tell that. A little
Oh
bit.
yeah.
No, but this happened back home when I was still a student of nursing. When I went to school back home, I'll make it quick too, so because it's not really. But anyway, I'm on my way home. Well, backstory a little bit. I play a lot of basketball back home, so I play with a lot of guys and everything. So I know a lot of people back home. Oh yeah, it's not that I'm famous. No, I'm just joking. So, on my way home from school, we have this tricycle. Tricycle. Explain what a tricycle is, Warren.
It's our mode of transportation. It's a motorbike with
With a sidecar.
with a cab,
Yeah.
a side cab, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
And
side cab that could accommodate up to like 5 people.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but we have that's the regular, and then we have the special.
Yeah.
When you ride a special tricycle, you're by yourself. You pay.
Okay, you're pretty
so
much
you
extra.
pay for all the chairs, kind of,
Yeah.
sort of.
It's like if it's a plane,
All the
then you're
seats.
on first class. seat.
Yes,
Yeah.
For a tricycle,
You have more
when-
leg room.
Yeah, you pretty much because
Yeah.
you're the only passenger.
You're paying for 3 or 4.
So let's say there's that tricycle can carry 5. You're the only one,
and you have to pay cover
but
for
you
the 5.
have to pay for all the seats.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's what you do. So I was so tired. It's a long commute from school. So I was on my way home, and it was raining a little bit. So I rode the tricycle. This is my last ride straight home. This will drop me off straight to my house. It's like
For context,
yeah.
in the Philippines, and your class may last you 6 hours, and the commute may last you as long, if
Correct.
not longer.
It's a long commute.
Just to put it in context.
Yeah, it's a long commute from going to school and going back home. But anyway, so on my last ride, which is a tricycle, I was by myself because it was special.
So no one was on the bike.
I mean, the driver is there. So the driver is there. so it's like a 20-minute ride. Getting to my house.
That's a long.
It's like a 20-minute ride going to my house. Because a tricycle doesn't really, drive very fast. Maybe 15 miles an hour, kind of, sort of 20.
Yeah.
Plus, there's a lot of roads to go in and turns and everything. So it's not a straight shot going to my house. But anyway, so I rode the tricycle, but maybe 5 minutes into the ride. So tricycle drivers, they have a habit. So you rode this, it's a special. But to make more money, they'll ask your permission. Hey, can I
Pick this up.
pick this guy up that's, trying to get a ride? I mean, it was raining, but they don't ride them in the same area
with
as you.
you, yeah.
They'll be in the back with the driver.
Side
Kinda
saddle,
sort.
yeah.
Yeah. So I said, that's okay. I mean, I know you're trying to make money. That's fine. That's fine. So there was this one guy. I didn't pay attention in the beginning because, there's one guy trying to get a ride. So he did stop, and then this guy took a ride behind the tricycle driver.
Yeah.
So I didn't never really notice because you can't see it. When you're in a special, you're like a horse. You have
Well, you're
blinders.
in like a little cabin.
yeah,
type
you're in a
deal.
little
Yeah.
cabin. You can't see really much of the
Yeah.
outside. So this guy went to the tricycle driver's side and rode there. So after that, we didn't have any stops. So we went straight to my house. So when I got home, so obviously I got to go down and got to pay. So when you pay, that's the only time you'll see whoever is the other rider.
Yeah.
So when I was paying and I saw the guy, I was like, oh my God, I know this guy. Let's just say it's Larry again.
Larry,
The name is
yeah.
Larry. Let's
Yeah.
just
Name of the day. is
yeah, Larry.
Larry.
Let's just say it's Larry. Let's just say it's Larry. Because I know this guy because I played basketball with this guy. So I was like, oh, hey, Larry. And he was in uniform, kind of, sort of.
Basketball uniform.
No, like a school uniform.
School uniform.
Like his school uniform. So I kind of understand, okay, maybe he was on his way home too. So he rode with me, kind of, sort of.
And then you were positive that it's him.
Yes, because I saw his face. I saw everything. Not everything, but I saw his face.
You saw everything.
I saw his
Too late,
face.
you know.
I saw his face. And I was like, oh,
Typical.
this is Larry. So I was, kind of my attention was half because I was paying, and everything. And I said, hey, good to see you, man. And I said that. And then I'll just play basketball with you whenever, like on the weekend.
Laro tayo minsan.
Yeah, like that.
yeah.
And then he nodded at me.
So he
nodded.
recognized your presence.
Yes, he nodded, and I saw him, but he never spoke. He just
Yeah.
did the nod, and then they left. So after that, I really didn't know what happened to the tricycle driver or him. So they left, and so I went in, and this was like 7-8 p.m. It's not too late for us Filipinos.
Yeah.
And my friends are just my neighbors, right in front of the house are my
Yeah.
friends, who play basketball with me too, and him, Larry. So after I got dinner, took a shower and everything, I went out to sit with my friends and talk and everything. And then the funny thing is, they were like, "Hey man, did you hear about the story about what story?" I said there was a guy found in a sack. That was murdered. Yeah, there was a guy found in a sack that was murdered, like 2 miles away from here. I was like, what? I was like, yeah, and he was in a sack. And I said, do you guys know who he was? I said, yeah, because he's already at the. So when they found him, they identified him, and then they did the viewing at.
Autopsy and then viewing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, they actually didn't do autopsy. I don't know
So
what they
just
did.
put him in a box and say.
I don't know,
"Here it is."
but I don't know the whole story
They
of that.
skipped.
They
skipped the
skipped-
autopsy.
But I think this happened like a day or 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So and then the viewing was already at the Mary Help of Christians Parish.
Okay.
So it was
Yeah.
already at
Yeah.
the. So that's how they knew
Yeah.
that was the guy. So this I didn't know at that point yet. So and then I said, well, who was the guy? I said it was Larry. I was like, wait, man. I
Yeah.
said, wait, you mean Larry, the guy that we play basketball with? I had to make sure that
Yeah.
Like
It
5'4", this,
it was,
and
yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, the guy that we played basketball with. He was like, yeah, Larry. He's dead now. Is that what you're trying to say? Because I had to repeat myself multiple times because they were like, what's wrong? I mean, he's dead. They found him in a sack. He was murdered. And I told him, fucking man, he was just riding behind my tricycle, like behind the driver. And I saw him. He was like, no, you're fucking. No, I am not bullshitting you. I saw him. I spoke to him. He nodded at me. It was Larry.
Yeah.
I was like, it was fucking Larry. That's what I said. And they would not believe me, but I knew what I saw.
Now, did you ever run into the tricycle driver to confirm?
Well, I wouldn't remember the
Because you
driver.
can't remember who it was.
Yeah,
'cause he
I
had
know
the
the guy that behind him, but I really never know the
plot
driver.
twist.
Yeah.
Both of them are ghosts.
Yeah. No, but that when I told him that, I was like, no, you're kidding me. I said, no, I'm not kidding you. But for some reason, we talked about it, and we were like, of all people, why you?
Yeah.
Because usually there's a reason why people show themselves to you, and we were like, well, all I can do is pray for him. Really, I mean, that's all I can do because we knew he had a drug habit.
Did you owe him money?
No,
Okay.
we knew he had a drug habit.
Or did
too.
he owe you money?
No,
Okay.
no.
He
We
probably
we
owed someone money.
We just played basketball together. That's it. That's the only time I see him. Whenever we play basketball.
Maybe you want to play basketball one last time.
Maybe.
One last dance.
But that's
I
why.
mean, he already showed you everything.
No, when that happened to me, from that point on, I believe the people when they say, when a person dies, their soul sometimes wanders around because they have
Yeah.
unfinished business. That's why I was like, okay, maybe he needs someone to pray for him, and his some family won't believe or something. So I did. I went to church. I prayed for him and everything. But I never saw him again after that.
Well,
Yeah.
I hope not.
I hope, yeah, well, yeah, but that is my only one encounter that I can confirm that
Ghosts do exist.
yes,
Ghosts do
for
exist.
me at
Yeah.
least. I mean, you guys
Yeah.
probably won't believe me. It's like bullshit, but it
No,
happened.
but I mean, Filipinos. I mean, Filipinos are. I mean, we're very superstitious
Yeah.
type people anyway. So, that, and I mean, we believe in. I mean, all sorts of, creatures.
I mean, we believe in manananggal.
Yeah,
It's
Manananggal,
That's
Tiyanak,
yeah.
Capre, Tikbalang.
Tik
I mean,
Tik.
yeah. I mean, it's just
Yeah, but- I mean,
pretty much
Tik-
like ghouls and
yeah.
ogres.
I mean,
and,
Tik Tik even got featured in what's that show with Filipino guy? But it's here in
Jokoy.
No, it's the show is here
In the States?
Yeah.
Is it the cartoon, the
No,
animated
no.
series?
This was
Yeah.
I can't remember. I watched the whole series. It was
Nurse
really-
Ratchet.
No,
No.
it's
Is it a travel channel?
No,
No, it was a
Netflix
like
show?
he can see like
Yeah, like
you can see
bees,
beasts
like
and
different
stuff like
kinds
that.
of bees.
Yeah.
If you're a mouse kind, you will see you. Oh my god, I can't remember that.
I know what show you're talking about because we used to
But
watch.
they
Netflix?
No,
it was, but it was a cable show.
Oh.
But so they featured Tik Tik. Well, since I started, it's a short one anyway. It's a kind of a monster or a creature that feeds
A
on
demonic creature, yes.
yeah that feeds on fetus.
In vitro.
Unborn, yeah. They're still in the mom's belly.
So they bother
In
pregnant
vivo.
women.
Yeah.
yeah, they prey on moms.
Pregnant women.
Pregnant women,
Pregnant
yeah.
women, and then while they're asleep, they go to like the house, and then they'll make a hole like right on top of the like at the roof.
Yeah.
And they'll make a hole, and then they have long tongues, and they will slip their tongue into that.
Wait a
like-
minute, we're still talking about.
the belly button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll go into the mom's belly button and pretty much suck the
Laparoscopically.
baby,
Yeah.
suck the baby out of the mother's belly. And then when they find out, the mom will just scream, and then baby's gone, and mom's bleeding. So that's what Tik Tik is back home. That's a creature that
Yeah.
pretty much preys on that.
I mean, I don't believe, but it's
Yeah, I
it's
don't
the,
either.
the lore is so strong that you almost do. Like, what
Yeah.
if? Yeah.
Yeah. So
The aswang is strong in every. I mean, the Philippines again, 7,100 islands, but they almost have a commonality of what they are scared of.
yeah. But
You
the
know.
biggest thing is white lady.
yeah.
I think the biggest thing back home is white lady.
Nothing racist
Well,
about it, but the only
no,
reason
nothing
why it's
racist
white
about
lady
it.
it's because the apparition is
It's
all white.
It's
not-
all white, creepy face, white, like powdery white.
No, it's nothing. It has
I don't
nothing to
know,
do
but-
with the race, but
No.
the apparition is just white, paper
a
white.
floating woman, pretty much.
So the spirit is white.
Yeah,
That it's like a
It just
woman that
floats.
floats.
and it just scares the creep out of you, like the Balete Drive stories that you hear. It's famous in Magandang Gabi Bayan.
Always,
It's
every year.
Yeah,
every year. It's like the flag story of.
Yeah,
but-
Balete Drive is kind of a street that there's a spot in that one street that when you pass at a certain time, they tell you to never stop. Whatever you see, you never stop. Because creatures and ghosts will try to stop you from driving, and then when you stop, they'll ride with you.
Yeah.
So you never stop.
Yeah, this reminds me of a story of this back in our province, countryside. Guy on horseback was riding through the cemetery. You know, it was pretty dark. He's trying to hurry home, and he said that there's this big, oversized pig just across the street. And the pig said, "Sandali lang, tatawid ako. I'm crossing the street."
Oh, so the pig said, "Wait, I'm gonna
Hold on,
cross."
I'm gonna
Yeah,
cross.
hold on, I'm
Hold on,
crossing
I'm
the
gonna cross
street.
The pig said that.
And the pig said that. And the guy said, "Oh my God, I've never seen a pig that can talk." And the horse said, "Me neither." Guys, if you can see Dino's face, he was waiting for the scary punchline to drop. Like, what would you do if that happens to you? If you're horseback, you see this giant pig, say, "Hold on, I'm crossing the street." He said, "My God, I've never seen a talking pig." And your horse says, "Me neither."
You're stupid.
But
Anyway, so I mean, at least
Nawala.
that's part of my story, and your icebreaker. So, but how about you, Jerry? You have nothing.
Oh, I mentioned earlier, like, I try to fight it off, so I put a logical twist to everything, like, and any existence that I see.
What if your explanation is the ghost you're seeing is that it's a son of a bigger ghost?
Pretty much.
We're gonna take a quick break because we still have to cover 305 Candy Lane.
Oh,
yes.
Yes.
Yep. We're gonna take a quick break.
Yep, let's take a break.
Okay.
All right, everybody. We got we have one of our special guests tonight, all the way from Maryland. His name is we call him. I don't know what we call you.
And call me JP. Hi there.
JP. All right. So we've been talking about our personal experiences with, the supernatural and everything else. It being a Halloween podcast special, I guess, or Halloween special.
Sure.
So, I figured I'll give you a call and ask you if you had any experience or.
Being born in the Philippines, we've always had a lot of experience. I mean, whether that's actual experience or just being scared by your relatives, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, as I mentioned to you before, right? Coming from the Philippines, we have all the ghouls and the ghosts and whatever else that everyone likes to talk about, like the Chanak, the Manananggal, the Vampira. But I mean, out of all those, really those three, as growing up as a child in the Philippines, it was something that was introduced through movies, right? Through Regal.
Yeah. Like Regal Shocker.
Regal Shocker, that's
Yep.
correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right. The same running joke, right? Of you'd be perfect to be an actor in Regal, right?
Yep.
But Regal Film Shocker. I don't remember how to say it, but I remember as a kid that was always the funny thing to say, right? But
Yeah, definitely. It's growing up in the Philippines too, like I mentioned earlier, Filipinos were very superstitious people. And I think the biggest thing for that also is, I don't know if the grown-ups, I don't know if it's just a tool that they use to scare little kids to, hey, there's the monster over there, so don't go over there. And
Exactly.
I mean, us being, little kids, we kind of believe everything they say.
That's right.
But, I mean, I do it to my kids too. So, I mean, I guess it's what we learned. So,
Right.
but, I mean, do you know of like, your mom or, cousins, brothers, sisters having any sort of experience, I mean, with ghost or anything?
No, not really, man. I mean, like I said, it was usually my grandma, my Lola,
Yeah.
that would say she had the experience, right? But
Yeah.
as you mentioned, I think it is more of a scare tactic. Like I said, we talked about the Chanak, the Manananggal, the Vampira. I was never scared of any of those. It was always the white lady.
Oh yeah, the white lady.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I remember having to visit my grandma all the time in Cabanatuan, and that was always the thing that scared me. None of those three that I've seen on movies, because again, in my mind, I was like, oh, that's a movie.
Yeah,
Can't be real. Right? But you have the person that you trust the most, like your grandma, that you
telling
talk
you about the white lady.
Yeah, telling you
Yeah.
about the white
Maybe
lady.
it's a scare
right?
tactic they use to don't marry a white person.
You ended up doing it anyway.
And I ended up doing it anyways. So, 'cause I ain't afraid of no ghost.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
But like you said, man, like you as a kid, you never questioned why.
Oh yeah,
right?
I mean, we never questioned. First of all, having the respect to, being respectful of your elders. We never question anything they say. I mean, if they say, I think that's like part of why, it's easier for us to just pretty much do what we're told, because that's how we were raised. If you
Right.
tell me you have to eat piece of poop for breakfast to be strong, that's what we're gonna do.
That's correct.
So,
That's correct.
because why would they lie to us?
Right,
so,
right. At least you don't ever question that, right? But as an adult, you come back and
Oh yeah, you question everything.
now are like, what the hell would have happened? Like,
Yeah.
so what happens if I see the white lady? What does she do then?
Yeah, exactly. There's like a little bit of curiosity, but there's like a bit of, fear on, like, well, what am I going to do
Correct.
if I did
correct.
see the white lady? So, yeah. But,
That's right.
yeah, well, thanks for, chiming in,
Absolutely.
especially from being one of our longtime listener.
Oh, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. You
Yep.
guys continue what you're doing. I think a lot of people will enjoy and continue to enjoy and eventually spread and for more people to enjoy all the culture, everything that you guys talk about and just the laughs that happen.
Oh yeah, even though maybe we make up some of it, but hey, it is what it is. So
It's like Lola, man.
yeah, like Lolos and Lolas. So well, all right, JP, thank you. Have a good night.
Take care. Good
All right.
evening.
All right, since we're doing this Halloween special, I do recall my father-in-law sharing a story to us one night. We were talking about something in Kentucky, right?
No, actually, it was in New Lebanon.
Was it New Lebanon? Not the Bigfoot one, but the other one.
The alien one?
Yeah, I guess it's an alien one, but I think it'll be a lot better if we give him a call. He can tell us the story. So, yep, let's give him a call. Hello.
Oh,
So I was, since we're doing this Halloween podcast, this Halloween special, I was telling them that you shared a story with us, one of your experience about. Oh, there's a couple different ones. One's about Bigfoot or something like that, and then the other one is, I think it was
The aliens.
the aliens or whatever they are.
I don't know what they were. To this day, I don't know what they were.
I mean, my guess would be aliens. I don't know.
I've never seen aliens driving an old beat up 4-door car.
Well, I mean, who knows what aliens do?
Yeah. So I mean, what were you doing that night? I mean, kind of just, I mean, paint a picture for us on.
Well, then that, like the driveway where it goes into the trailer park.
And where were you guys, in Kentucky?
Yeah. It was in Kentucky, down over there, and the drive that goes down along the hill that goes back to where the trailers are that I got.
Yeah, like on Grandma's
Yeah.
property.
So
Yeah.
then there was just my grandmother's house, and you know where the trailer is on the other side of where that used to be, right next to where Dad's was. There was I had a cousin that lived there, and that was just a gravel drive. And I mean, we was always out doing something, but this was right before dark, and I don't exactly know where we was going or why we was doing it, but we walked to the end of that road.
Okay, how old were you guys?
Oh Lord, I don't know, 14.
Okay.
Like you walked towards the road, like where you pull in, or the other way.
No, we was just walking down that gravel, walking down the drive and when we got down to the end of the road where the bridge is.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it was dark enough.
Well, it's dark out there. There ain't nothing out there.
You could tell a car coming either way. There was not a car coming either way. And when we got to the end of the thing, all at once a car just pulled in the end. It didn't pull in the driveway. It just kind of pulled off the edge and was blocking the end of the road. Like it just popped up. And I don't know, he started walking up like he was going to see who it was. So he's going up to the passenger side. So I walked around the car and came up to the driver's side and leaned down and looked in. And I might have said something, I don't know, I don't remember. But then I just looked, and there was 4 of them. But they all had long, straight hair, and they were pale white. Like,
Didn't you say they had blonde hair?
yeah, but it was white, same color as their body. They were all just like pale, like snow white, pure snow white, featureless, no face, and no eye holes, no mouth holes that you could tell. No nipples.
So it looks like they're wearing those morph suits.
Yeah,
Yeah, but all identical to each
exactly identical. And they were all sitting there with their hands in their laps, just sitting there looking down at the floorboard. And I think I said something. I can't remember what I said. But nobody responded, nobody moved, nobody did nothing. And I thought, these guys are kind of weird.
Yeah.
They had the light on inside the car is the reason I could see them somehow. And then when I raised back up, you know, because I'd leaned down into the car, and when I raised back up, I looked over at him and I said, I don't know, I think we better go. And he turned around and started taking off. I'm standing on the other side of the car. I said, oh crap, I'm not going to be standing here alone. So I head back around the car, and we're running, and we could hear all the doors open on that car. By the time I got around the car, all the doors open. And I'm like, oh God, they're going to shoot it. I don't know what they're going to do.
Kidnap you or something.
Kidnap, steal, heist us. I don't know what they're going to do, but we're running.
Body snatchers.
Body snatchers.
Yeah, and I still was freaking out, but I wanted to see where they was. But when I turned around, it was dark. There was no car at the end of the thing. They were just gone. But yet,
No
they
sound.
opened the doors, and I assumed they all got
Yeah.
out and were going to chase us. But
I mean, plus you mentioned it's a gravel driveway, so
You
if they
would
you would hear them leave.
Yeah. You
yeah,
would
you could have
hear.
heard them moving because you could definitely hear us looking down.
Yeah.
But I didn't hear them pull in either, and we was right at the end of the road. It's just like all at once there was a car sitting there lit up.
Yeah.
That's how I know. I mean, I walked around the car and looked at it. It was an old car, I mean, the older car.
Yeah, I've been trying to do some research on that too, because I'm a little curious on if anybody else experienced.
That's what I was gonna
but,
say. Had nobody
there's-
ever mentioned anything?
You know, the closest one that I really got to, it's really, I mean, there's like a faceless ghost or something like that, but that's really the only thing I could. If you type in faceless white
Figure or
figure
something?
with white hair, that's pretty much the only thing that pops up is a faceless ghost.
I've never heard any
Yeah.
talk of anything like that down here.
Yep.
And I've never, I've tried looking it up, but it's like you said, you can't find
Yeah.
it.
Didn't I think Mom said, maybe it was Mom and you. I don't remember who it was. Swear they saw lights in a field like UFO or something.
Yeah, that was up there in Ohio.
Yeah.
Mom also said when she was pregnant with me that her and Dad was sitting at a train thing, you know, where back when they used to have the little things that come down and the little bars that come down. block up the road.
Yeah.
She said they were sitting there and it was at dark, and the only thing, no train or nothing come through. The only thing they seen was this triangle thing lit up on the other side of the road in front of them. And it just, they could see like in the window, whatever. And then she said it just took off up into the air.
Oh, I think I kind of remember her telling that. Like vaguely.
Maybe they were coming back to to visit. I don't know.
That's so weird. And I don't remember the story about you and, like, in the field where you and Mom saw the lights or something. I don't remember.
That was 70s. That was when all them UFOs were supposed to be. Everybody's reporting UFOs here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, when
But who's to say that it wasn't
Real.
real? Because, I mean,
well, there was no
if-
houses there. Nothing. I mean, I know you wouldn't remember way back then. But,
well,
you
no,
know,
I wasn't born.
there was a house next door and then a big field, but that house wasn't even there then. That was all just a big farm field.
And
That's
didn't
where-
you
That's where we seen the Bigfoots too.
the Bigfoot? Yeah,
But
that's what I was going to ask about that.
actually, there's been multiple sightings, I think, of Bigfoot out in, like, the New Lebanon area.
Yeah.
Or, like, in Ohio.
Yeah.
But I think specifically,
Ohio's pretty popular, apparently. If they are really Bigfoots or something, it must be a migration route
Yeah.
or something.
your friend.
Yeah, my
Your
friend
friend
David,
David, yeah,
swears that
he's-
he's heard him, and you know. got
Well, I'm not the
videos.
only ones up there that's seen them. I
No.
mean, me and the guy that's seen them, he's seen one over in Miamisburg. 'Cause they used to live in Miami.
Oh.
He said that I don't know what part of Miamisburg, but apparently there's a railroad track somewhere in a creek in a hill.
Yeah, it's if you go, I guarantee you where they're talking about
It's
is
right
like
by-
if
right
you
by-
go through
yeah.
downtown, like towards, like you're going the back way towards like Inglewood and towards, you know.
Yeah, Union on Union, but I mean, I
Well,
think
there's
yeah,
big farms out there because it seems like he said he was hunting him and
Yeah,
another guy.
Well, it is
it's,
far, like once
um,
you cross over the railroad tracks, it's all.
yeah.
I mean, there is houses and stuff
yeah,
out
but
there,
there's
but
still
it's
big farms and stuff over
farmland.
there.
This was all just farmland or something. I don't know, but anyway, I remember him saying that they come up on that and was looking out over a hill across the track and had seen a Bigfoot carrying a calf under its arm. Walked across that creek and went across that field. So I guess it was snatching dinner.
Maybe.
I mean, a calf. You
That's
know,
the same guy that was with me when we seen those ones.
Oh, the ones that you said
the
were.
faceless things.
No, that was my
No.
cousin down
Oh.
here up there in Ohio. It's the same guy.
Oh, that seen Bigfoot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one that he was telling us about. They were like dancing or swaying back and
Oh
forth,
yeah.
and they.
You know the little creek all the way behind at the end of Dad's property up there?
Yeah.
We was standing on Dad's side of that. And on the other side of that, it's just that big farm field where they grow soybeans and corn all the time.
Yeah.
But this was dark too. We was down there with flashlights. I don't know what we was doing down there then either. We was always running around doing something. We could see when we got down there, kept hearing noises, and we kept shining the lights around over there and seeing the eyes glowing. But everybody says red eyes, but these weren't red eyes. These were like, I don't know, kind of like the way a cat's eyes would glow green.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
these were like a real bright, greeny colored. But they would just sway back and forth. They wasn't afraid to go anywhere, and they'd grunt every now and then. But one set was real tall, and then there was a shorter set, like it was a kid maybe, or a younger one.
Yeah.
Next to it. And I thought, man, we got a creek, big wide creek, and a fence between us. So we just kind of stood there checking them out because, we could shine the lights in their eyes, and they'd pop their heads back and forth.
Don't you wish you could have got a clearer view of what they actually look like, though?
Well, kinda, but we were so occupied watching them keeping us busy across the thing.
I mean, part of me would want to go like closer, and then part of me would be too scared.
Well, we was about to get closer because while we was involved watching them, I heard a noise next to us, and we shined our lights around, and there was a big, tall set of eyeballs coming
Oh
down
yeah, like nope, changed my mind.
coming towards us. And I said, oh shit, we better get out of here. And I turned around, and he wasn't there. All I could see was him looking. I could see the flashlight going up and down.
Bouncing up and down. That's funny. Like, no, I changed my mind.
I
Yeah.
swear it was like a family, like a mom and dad and a kid one. And
Yeah.
I
and
mean,
it's like the crew across the thing was keeping us busy, doing just enough for us to pay attention to them while the other one was sneaking up on us.
I'm
Yeah.
sure it's
There would be no reason for it to cross a fence, cross a creek, and make no noise, and
Yeah.
be coming up the creek bank on our side. toward-
right. I mean, it really, if you think about it, it's probably just like hunting tactics.
Yeah.
Like animals.
Let me distract this
know.
one, and
Yeah.
while
I
I
don't know, but I'd
flank them on that one side.
Yeah.
Yep. So
That's so crazy.
yeah, I was telling the group about some of the stories you were telling us, and these two were the ones that stood out the most for me. So figured I'd give you a call.
What'd they think of them white things? They ever heard anything like that?
No, they never had, and I mean, we have like I said, doing research. Most of the stories about the faceless white ghost or creature was, like there's a couple ones in Japan. So we had Jerry here. He's half Japanese, and I was asking him about it, and he said he doesn't know much about things like that. So because
Ooh, you
most
should
of the
ask
stories.
Mayumi.
Most of the stories that I know, or I've read, not I know, but I've read were, Japanese people saying stories about a ghost that's without a face and has white hair.
I wonder if she would know.
So that's the only
I
thing
think the funny thing about
know,
these is they were so identical it could have been like clones.
Yeah,
And they were
like
all-
Did they have clothes on?
No, they had nothing on.
yeah,
But no
They had-
body, like no like body
Yeah,
parts,
we
like
didn't
sex
have
organs or whatever.
yeah. That's what your dad said. He said there's no boobs or any privates or anything. It's
Yeah.
just like a blank canvas.
Like
There was nothing.
like
I mean,
Gumby.
I leaned down enough to, like you would lean down into the window,
Yeah.
car window, talking to someone. I was within a foot. We weren't driving, so I mean, I know what I seen because they had the
Yeah.
light on inside the car for some reason too.
Maybe
I don't
they're
really remember the car running or making a noise.
Maybe it was aliens and they were
yeah,
trying
they
to
were trying to
abduct
like
you.
abduct you and just
Take you back to their planet.
Yeah, well, not only that, but just take your appearance. That's why they're like blank canvas.
Yeah, body
Yeah,
snatchers.
body snatchers.
They
Yeah.
weren't responding to me because they was all sitting exactly the same way, sit straight up in the chair with their heads down, and their hands and their hands folded into their lap. all identical, all the same way, all just sitting there looking down at the floor.
Yeah. I mean, that's weird enough that, they were doing that, or that's
the big thing I
You know,
remember mostly.
but the fact that you guys didn't hear them come in or leave is, to me, that's just, I mean, it adds to, the weirdness of it all. So
I've never talked about it, and I'm sure he didn't, but I know Brenda, we was down there at the trailer park one day, and he stopped. The same cousin that we did that,
Yeah.
and was talking, and she said, I heard you all had some weird experience at the end of the road with some strange people in a car, and he goes, and just looked at his feet and said, yeah. Then he said, I gotta go.
So he obviously remembers it. He just wasn't too keen on talking about it.
yeah,
Didn't want to talk about it.
yeah.
But it's not something you want to talk about. People don't think-
Well, yeah, because
People probably think you're crazy. Right?
So yeah,
But you were kids. I mean, old enough to
we
know,
were
but
kids.
not like,
People's going to think, well, it's just a bunch of kids. But
yeah.
we
yeah,
tried to tell the lady that was living there in that trailer. She had married one of my cousins. She was an older lady. We tried to tell her about it, and they didn't know what the hell we was talking about it. And we did get in her car and drive down to the end of the road again, but naturally there was nobody there, nothing there. You couldn't see where a car, because it was just dusty gravel road.
Yeah.
The tracks where a car, because it's like it just pulled off the road. It didn't pull in that driveway. It just pulled off the road across the end of the driveway. But there was no truck. There was nobody there. There was nothing there.
No, even like.
I mean, back
Tire
then, all them
tracks?
houses that are around it weren't there either.
Yeah, nothing.
It was just out in the middle of. That was one way went over the hill, and the other way went up dead into the other road. There just wasn't no traffic on the road, especially at night.
Well, and everybody would probably pretty much know everybody too. So if it was an unfamiliar vehicle, that would be pretty unusual.
It was odd.
Yeah.
yep, very. So well, thank you for sharing. We appreciate it. If you think of anything else that you'd like to share, I mean, you could always comment on, our
Little YouTube.
little YouTube thing. So
I think those are about the only two. Well, the only two I can remember. I'm sure I've probably seen a lot of weird crap.
oh yeah, being
But
being,
in the 70s,
A lot of it could have been induced.
that's what I'm saying.
Halloween. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about the.
So just a PSA: if you're going out trick or treating, what
Watch
is it?
out for pigs.
Especially the talking ones.
But let's talk about 305 Candy Lane.
This is
305.
actually good because this is
Candy Lane.
our supernatural common denominator.
Yeah.
This is the
This is the house that we all experienced.
We all
Yeah.
witnessed.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of things happen in this
So
house.
this used to be Warren's house.
Yep.
Yes.
So, well, let me give you a little background. Okay, on the first time I went to your house,
Yeah.
I felt it was really creepy already. I told you this.
I live there, of course.
No,
it's
no.
gonna be creepy.
When I went in the house, it was like the interior is colored dark blue.
Green.
Well, that was that woman's fault.
It was dark green.
I know. Well, when it turned dark blue, which was fine. It was better.
It was dark green.
It's a shape-shifting house.
Yeah.
Was it dark green?
It was dark green.
It was teal.
Okay. And then he has what? 5 rooms or 4 rooms?
Four and a half.
Four and a half bedrooms.
Yeah.
And one long hallway.
And this
creepy
house
level.
had some ungodly amount of doors.
Yeah. No, when the first time I went to this house,
Well,
the vibe was just different. For me, it was like
The energy was weird because
was.
the last owner, before I bought the house, instead had this dementia slash schizophrenia complex. So he didn't stop building doors.
Yeah.
He was
there
into building doors.
yeah.
Like collectively, I think 1, 2,
It's a lot. 4,
4,
5,
5,
6.
6. six
least,
doors in
one
I mean,
hallway.
it's not really a big house.
in
Yeah.
one hallway.
Yeah.
Plus, it had a door to the. Didn't it have a door to the pantry from the inside and the outside?
That yeah
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's 7.
Yeah.
So that's from the possible 5th room. But anyway, that's beside the point. The hallway unto itself is like the portal.
So
to
no,
hell.
so the thing is, the first time I walked in, I was like, first off, okay, it already felt weird.
How long has it been? About 12 years ago.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
And then you go in a little
Yeah,
bit,
12 years ago.
and then you turn left, and there's this long hallway, maybe 20 feet,
20 feet deep,
long
deep,
hallway,
and then,
and then doors left and right. And then the most creepy thing is Warren put a mirror.
no, I didn't. I just kept the mirror. It was from the
It was from
previous
the
owner.
previous
Okay.
owner.
I was just too lazy to take
Still
it down.
creepy. At the end of the hallway.
It was a full body mirror. It was
It's a
pretty
full
useful.
body mirror.
It's pretty useful.
That when you turn, you see yourself pretty much.
Well, that's what mirrors are for.
I know.
Usually.
yeah,
but the thing
to see your
is- to
reflection.
see your
I don't know.
reflection.
I know.
Yeah.
No, but me believing
Most
in,
mirror.
believing. Shut
Next
up.
time I buy you a mirror, it should come with the user's manual.
No,
Please
the thing
don't
is-
be afraid.
No, but what
You
I'm
might see
trying to
yourself.
point out, is me being a feng shui believer and superstitious believer, that mirrors are gateways.
Portals, yeah.
Portals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for-
yeah.
You know, any pretty much supernatural thing
Yeah,
to go through.
yeah.
It's like water. It's like a portal too for demons or whatever. It's like
Yeah.
it's like a reflection or a portal for anything, and that's what I believed in. So when you look in that dark hallway, and there's a mirror at the very end,
A mare?
a mirror.
So it's a
Giant
female.
horse. A talking mare.
You're getting out of topic. So the house was already weird for me, and then you kept
No,
that.
everyone agreed. You were not the first one that warned me about, or try to be discreet without offending me. I mean,
Yeah.
it takes a lot, but it's well, your house is kind of creepy.
Yeah.
That's like the common consensus of how the house.
Plus, all the blinds were always down, so it's always dark inside.
I don't know why, but it's cooler
always-
when it's dark.
Yeah, well, it's always dark inside. Even if you turn the lights on, it's like a dim light. It's like a relaxing light, supposed to be.
No, but the mirror takes it away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like to a point that every time I go to the bathroom, I have to take someone with me.
Yeah, this is putting everything in context because
Yeah.
Dino
Yeah.
has a story that is kind
Yeah.
of bone chilling if you
Yeah.
go through
Well, I mean,
it.
is it?
It's not just me. It's all of us.
Yeah. Did the previous owner pass away in the house, or the previous owner just passed away?
Then the previous owner, you know how their theory about ghosts is even if you're still alive, if you leave a very negative energy in the house, let's just say there's
It attracts, yeah.
There's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
I mean there's a lot of domestic abuse, there's a lot of violence that went on the house.
It
Even if you
attracts,
leave the
yeah.
house, your
Your
energy stays.
stays. Yeah. Like
And
an
it-
imprint.
Yeah, and
pretty
it
much.
attracts.
That's
Yeah.
it's one of those theories about
Creatures,
ghosts. But
yeah.
anyway, from because he was on probate, so
So first, okay, so
a lot of backstory from the
Yeah.
previous owners was disclosed.
yeah, but we filled the house with laughter and all that. That's
Oh
why
yeah, that's a big
Well, let's
party
not
house.
lie. We filled
Yeah.
it with a lot of alcohol.
yeah,
Yes,
and a lot
yes.
of laughter and
Yes.
happiness. So it kind of
And-
balanced it.
and
Yeah.
some sex.
But
Yeah.
but there are times that, well, especially this one time, that it's not really evil because it didn't do anything to us. but
It was scary but benign.
it showed itself to us at
Well,
one
I'll
point.
let you do this one because you're the most. You're I think of the three of us, you were the most.
I was
scared.
directly plus
Well, you were looking. You were.
I
you
was
had
facing.
Yeah, you had the line of sight to the hallway.
I had the line of
Yeah.
sight to actually see it.
You had the vantage point.
So it was me, it was Vion's dad, Roy, and who was it? You two? There was three of us. It was me, Roy, and there was someone else.
Except Sean.
Was Sean there?
Maybe it was Sean. So
Well, counting the ghosts, it was 5.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the story was we had a party at Warren's house, pretty much. It's a lot of
New
people.
Year's.
I can't remember.
No, it was Thanksgiving.
It was Thanksgiving.
Okay, so there was a lot of people, a lot of food. We were doing a lot of things really, and there was this. This will be a short story really. So
No, take your time. Take your time.
So we were just standing around, knowing that the house was already creepy. We feel something bad. I mean, something is lurking around the house anyway, based on Warren's story from before too.
Which they thought was, they weren't sure if I was just being the goofy me.
Yeah, and
But this night, that proved to be the
yeah,
turning point.
Yep, this night was the turning point of everything, pretty much. But we believed already before that something was in that house.
You had a clue.
Yeah, so we were just hanging around. I wasn't even drinking at that time yet. And then we had Roy, and I know we had Sean. We had another person there to confirm this.
Oh, it was my old the other roommate, David.
Maybe it was David. Yeah, maybe it was David. And I was facing.
David, because David won't be there.
But there was someone. There was a third person.
Well, I mean, my wife.
Yeah. So I was facing the front door. So imagine this. I was facing the front door.
They can't really imagine it because they never seen the house.
So I was facing the front door from the inside, obviously looking out. And then Vion's dad, Roy, was on my right side. Just imagine facing away from the mirror. But we're not in the hallway. We're like...
You were in the kitchen.
We were in the kitchen, but it was right beside the hallway.
Where we at, you can't see the mirror.
Yeah, you can't see the mirror.
But you can see who's going towards the mirror.
You can see who's going in and out, pretty much.
I remember who it was. Because we were getting ready to play cards, or we were playing cards.
Yeah.
So DVD and
it's probably DVD.
It was DVD and
let's not. Yeah, DVD and
DVD and yeah.
Yeah. So I was facing that way, and then DVD was on the other side, and then Roy was on the other side, and we were just casually talking, just telling stories and everything. And then all of a sudden, all of us just stopped talking.
Yeah.
Well, the ones looking at the hall.
Yeah, closer. Those people who I was talking to and closest to the hallway. I pretty much just stopped talking, and maybe for a couple seconds, everyone stopped talking, and then after maybe 3 to 5 seconds, all of us looked at each other, and there was like, I looked at DVD, and then I looked at Roy. And then all of a sudden, we all said the same thing. We were like,
"Did you see that?
Did you guys see that?"
No, and I explained too. And I was the most casual, being the homeowner. Like, yeah.
I was like,
This is me without seeing what you saw, knowing what you saw.
Yeah, I was like, "Did you guys see
that?"
Because I was in direct line, and I saw it. I saw it.
Okay, from me remembering the layout of the house where Dino was sitting, he would be the first person to see whoever walks through the door
in the house.
Yeah.
He has the lineman in a tennis match. He has.
I can see the whole area, and then Roy will be facing away from the mirror, kind of, sort of.
So the door would be on his side,
right side. Yeah. And then DVD is like facing me.
I mean, it might not be DVD. I don't know.
Someone, the third person, was kind of facing me, but kind of facing the mirror, so that person can see still what's going on behind him.
Yeah.
So, and I asked Roy, I said, "Roy, did you see that?" And he was like, "Don't say that." He was like that.
Yeah.
I said, "Don't say that." I said, "No, I'm asking you, did you see that?" And then I look left. I was, let's just say it's DVD. I said, "DVD
or Larry.
Did you see that?" And we all agreed, yes, we saw that. So we all just moved away.
Yeah.
We all moved away from that hallway. We just kind of ignored it.
Needless to say, it broke up the card game.
What I saw, which we all talked about, was I saw a lady.
Hold on. We did the whole.
What did you see first? I had a goosebump. Yeah, because I was
you're trying to confirm.
Yeah, because I was direct
line.
line, so I was like, "Roy, did you see this? Did you see a woman walking towards? Going away from the mirror, going towards left, and then with black hair. Because
Long black hair.
Yeah, long. Oh my god, this is giving me goosebumps. With long black hair, with white and it's like it's not really bright white. It's dirty white. Like it
The
was,
Ring
Yeah.
from the movie. The
Yeah.
Ring.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
kind of sort of image.
Reference. Yeah,
Yes.
they use as a reference.
And
there.
I did not see a face. I just saw the hair covering the face, and it walked. It really didn't walk. It floated.
Full disclosure, it wasn't Mia. We
No,
confirmed.
no, it wasn't me. It was Mia. It was Mia behind me.
Well,
Me-
I don't know. I don't remember. I mean,
But
you know,
anyway-
we had so many.
No, but
that's because-
at this time though, the living room was clear.
Because it was a
yeah,
late part of the
yeah, yeah.
party. Everyone
Yeah.
else left.
Everyone was in the kitchen. Whoever was left in there,
Yeah.
eating, playing cards. Nobody was in the living room because I can see the living room and the front door.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it. That's everything was
Wait,
clear.
it wasn't Christy, was it?
No,
No, it wasn't Christy.
I think they dropped her off already, and they just came
Oh,
back.
okay.
Yeah.
So all of us pretty
Same.
much confirmed
Yeah.
that we saw the same thing. We saw
Yeah.
a lady that was floating with dirty, pretty much clothes, like the Ring lady. If
You
you
know, the funny thing is that you say that my mother-in-law, because she's been to your house once,
Yeah.
and she went out to the Florida room to go smoke, and you know when I went out there, she said, "Hey, I just saw an old lady over there, but it doesn't seem like she fits in with anybody here." And I'm like, yep, that's probably Warren's ghost, because, you know, she just kind of randomly shows up here and there. But, I mean, she's seen her too, and we didn't tell her anything about the house.
Yeah.
No, but the
So-
thing is, the ghost or whoever, whatever that is doesn't hurt people.
Oh, no,
it's
no.
just they're wondering.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not even sure if they know they're in there.
Yeah,
That's how they act.
Because it's like usually when ghosts
Yeah.
try to scare you, all from our knowledge, from what we
Yeah.
see, is they will like look at you, like
Ooh,
ooh,
yeah.
we look at you, make sound, make story. But
I
this,
saw you.
yeah. No, this was just casual,
Yeah.
just passing
Well,
by.
I mean, I don't know, because the experience Sean had,
Oh, that's different though.
it seemed like it was a smart, like an intelligence haunting, though, because, you know, when he looked up, he saw that thing watching him.
It's weird. It's the whole. I think that childlike element. What in Sean's case, it's almost childlike creepiness. Because from what I remember, him saying what happened is because Sean, my old roommate, our friend, was heavy into video games.
Yeah, yeah.
So he was into what's that? Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter,
yeah.
yeah.
So heavy into it. You could not you can bop him on the head, and if he's intensely in the game, he wouldn't notice what you did. But apparently, that one night in his periphery, like there was a child looking at him while he was playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's when he knew and confirmed that we Asians are not just. I mean, we're superstitious for a reason.
Yeah.
And when you say that it doesn't hurt anyone, maybe I didn't give it enough time, because I mean a couple of years I sold the house. I mean
Yeah.
nothing good happened to me when I lived there. I mean
if you've seen the movie with what's that, husband and wife usually.
Beetlejuice.
No.
Nicole
The
Kidman.
others.
No, what did you?
The others.
No, not the others. Like the movie that we watched there.
Conjuring.
Conjuring.
Yeah, The Conjuring.
Yeah.
The husband and wife.
Yeah.
That has like.
Oh, the Warrants.
Yeah,
yes, the
Warrens,
Warrens.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if you watch their movies, it's like when a house is haunted,
Possessed. Yeah.
they will start with small silly things.
Yeah.
Yeah, until they get you tired, and then they can get into you or possess you. That's how they work.
Yeah. Kind of like you.
No, I mean this is like an open book.
Yeah,
I mean
yeah, yeah,
I was super depressed that I was hospitalized.
Yeah,
for it.
yeah.
Yeah, and I stayed there by myself. Thanks,
Super-
Dino.
I didn't know.
You know, it's the inexplicable death of depression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So-
my dog, my lovable late best friend furry
Sammy.
dog,
Oh, same.
would run like, randomly towards the mirror and bark like he never barked before. Remember? Because he would just run in his little feet.
No, sometimes he'll just stand at the door and bark.
Yeah.
Ruff, ruff.
No, standing in front of the mirror and
Yeah,
bark.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
creepy part.
I mean, you can say that, maybe he's just seeing his own image and just
I mean, he is kind of weird.
barking
and,
at his own.
He's a slow dog.
Yeah.
Like in so yeah. But anyway, yeah. In a way, I'm glad that I'm glad that we share that moment. I mean, I guess it makes your friendship even more special when you would
Encounter
witness something.
supernatural,
Yeah,
yeah.
because we played that. You because I've seen that thing, but you and my brother played that. Okay, tell me what you saw, and I'll tell you what I saw.
Yeah.
And then the creepiness is when it's
the same,
when it
yeah.
actually sank in
Yeah.
that you saw the same thing, and you just okay, I think it's getting late.
You remember his hallway? I mean, it's as creepy as it is, right?
No,
When you go to the bathroom and you turn the light on, it growls because
Yeah.
of that thing.
and that's making it more creepy. And the mirror. So the mirror
medicine
in the
cabinet.
bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that I do not look at that mirror.
Did I
because-
tell you the story when I was walking down the hallway?
I'll tell the story because I know the story, but you gotta tell them what the story was.
I'm just trying to remember if I did. Okay, in the bathroom. Like sometimes you leave the medicine cabinet open so the mirror is hanging. Well, not hanging, but
Yeah.
it's
But it's
facing
open.
it's
It's
Yeah.
facing the hallway.
facing the
Yeah.
hallway. And I got out of bed, walked towards the kitchen to get me something to eat, walked past the bathroom, like 5-6 feet after passing the bathroom, that I remember and noticed that the reflection that I saw in the mirror was not of me. It was the same long-haired entity, whatever that was. And at that time, I'm so used to it that, of course, it's a shock. I mean, you don't befriend a ghost. I mean, it's not Casper, you know? No, it's not. But my first instinct was fear and then anger. Dude, come on. It's just the beginning of the day. I mean, please let me warm up to the day first. Because it was the reflection. I'm not even sure if it's the reflection or the thing was inside the mirror.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to find out that day. I was just super, like, I'm paying the mortgage. Like, why are you haunting me, you know? Anyway, like I said, Dino said, well, at least didn't hurt you, but who knows if I stayed.
Yeah. I mean, but, if you base it on the movies you watch and, the Warrens, usually the demons are the ones that do that.
Mm-hmm.
But if the ghost really didn't have any bad intentions to you guys, because it was just maybe it was just her home. She wasn't really.
I'm kind of curious to want to go, and since Warren, has sold the house, I kind of want to know.
Go back. I'm
As
sure
the
the inside
owners,
is different anymore.
But
But ask the owners. Hey.
Yeah.
But I don't want to creep them out
Yeah.
too. So, but
Especially, Union and us going into some random house.
But it was
stand your ground applies to us.
it would be interesting though if they would say, yeah, that if they actually said, now that you mentioned that,
I wonder if the mirror is still there.
probably not.
Yeah.
They probably took it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have. I mean, that's the first thing I would do. But what if it was actually a good move on your part not to move that mirror? Because if you did, something bad would have happened to you guys.
When you say that, I mean, it sadly enough, it doesn't affect me one way or another,
Yeah.
But hindsight, it was kind of creepy. Because, like you said, the way you describe my house, it's dark, it's lonely.
It is dark. Didn't they have red curtains?
Yeah, the velvety from the
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Like,
it was
it-
kind of like
The Shining.
Yeah.
What it reminded me of was it's very dated. It's very dated. Like the layout is just straight out 70s porn.
But it had hardwood floors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the thing also is, why we do firecrackers in New Year is to
Rattle them off.
and scare them away. pretty
Well, not
much.
indoors.
No, but I'm trying to say is whenever we're there, we make a lot of noise.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that east up the whole presence of like
Yeah.
the dark juju.
Plus, then
Because
you,
we would have fun in that house on
Yeah.
on complete opposite 180. That house was party town.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you bought that
Slot machine.
slot machine.
Yeah.
That was really loud. It was fun. It makes a lot of noise. We didn't think about it, but
And it's
it was a party.
in spite
house.
of the drive, it was party town. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like the bachelor pad of
Yeah,
bachelor
pretty
pad.
much.
Yeah.
But
But when it was quiet, then yeah,
When it was
creepy
quiet, it was
things.
quiet. Yeah, because you've never experienced having to sleep there by yourself.
Oh, I will not. I will never.
I did.
Oh yeah, I will never.
I slept on the couch with all the lights on.
Yeah, you would. Even with the light on, you would not.
Well, I didn't want to sleep in the room.
Well,
Yeah.
I would not stay there. Period. I mean, alone.
Did we
alone.
ever get you to drive to my uncle's house?
No.
No,
No.
because I'm.
I mean, it's
Guys,
still,
you know, I'm scared of.
it's still
seeing
there.
things. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know, but
We should
I'm really
go.
scared.
So, like, one Thanksgiving, we were sitting around, and we just heard this loud knock on the door, like banging.
This was your uncle's
That's
house.
the uncle's house.
Yeah.
On Clay Road. And yeah, when you open the door, there's nobody there.
Again,
maybe someone was pranking.
when it manifests
Yeah.
on you when it's a crowd, it's undeniable that
Yeah,
there is
yeah.
something. Because it
Yeah.
was thump 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 thump,
Yeah.
and it stopped. Like, we looked at each other.
And there's no way that you can run that fast because it's a long
It's
driveway.
a long driveway.
Well, what did your uncle say?
Like me in my house, he just shrugged it off like, oh,
Yeah.
whatever. Because you just
Yeah.
have to get used to. You can't.
Yeah.
I guess the more you entertain it, the more it will do it.
Well, yeah. I mean, kind of like
It's just
well,
seeking,
there's
attention seeking
Yeah.
ghost.
Yeah, kind of
Yeah.
like there's I mean, I guess I mean, this is just me. I don't know anything about it. I don't, but
We don't claim to be experts. Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those like if it's an intelligent type of haunting, right? So, and if they're stuck, I mean, of course, what are you gonna crave most? Is hey, I'm here. Why don't I just
Yeah.
need somebody to talk to? So, I'm gonna do my best to make my presence known, type deal.
Of course, we won't talk to them because we're
yeah, 'cause-
afraid.
Well, I mean, then
I'm
plus
scared, yeah.
at the time we don't see them. So
No, not only that. I mean,
Yeah.
I can speak for the three of us. Our Judeo-Christian background is that anything the afterlife, it's associated with something dark.
Yeah,
Because if you granted entrance to heaven, you don't come back.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
meaning, if you put two and two together, meaning they were judged to go somewhere else, and that somewhere
Or
else,
they're waiting for judgment.
yeah,
But they couldn't go to the purgatory. I mean, if you're a Catholic,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
believe in
yeah,
that.
that is the,
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
believe in that, you're Catholic.
You know.
You're Catholic pretty much.
Wasn't there a story that because there's two houses on Clay Road, the one
the smaller one. I mean, they had this
Yeah.
the main house is big. I mean, it's
Yeah, that place. My dad said that he heard growling in the basement too. So when nobody was home, and chairs moving upstairs.
well, your dad and Dino is just on the same.
Well, true,
They're
there's-
from the same.
Yeah.
Cut from the same cloth. I mean, they both very scared of it.
Yeah, well, yeah, because even my dad won't stay at his house by himself. So, but like the story of that my aunt was coming home and saw my uncle with somebody putting away the bobcat, the tractor they have.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, it's so nice for so and so to help you."
Nice for Larry to help.
And then
What are
Mom
you
was like,
talking about?
"Nobody was helping me."
Oh, this he just saw a random.
Yeah, like
There's
hey.
a man that
Yeah.
helped him carry whatever it was that he was carrying.
Yeah, and then he was putting the a tarp over the bobcat, the backhoe, and my aunt said,
I
"Oh."
think she was washing dishes.
No,
by
no,
the
she
window.
was driving home. Because
Oh,
how
okay.
they have to pass the house to get to their house. They have to pass the one. They share a driveway.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
she's like, "Oh, it's so nice of so and so to help you with whatever you were doing." And my uncle's like, "What are you talking about?
I
I was by myself. There's nobody helping me." She's like, "I saw somebody there with you."
See, those are things that you can't explain, though.
Yeah.
I mean, now that you're thinking about it, it's like, okay, did I actually see someone?
Yeah.
That's what you're gonna think
I think
about.
that's part of the appeal is because we can't explain it.
Yeah.
Because if you put everything down to science, like it's just the ectoplasm just
Yeah.
manifesting itself, it's thriving off your excess serotonin or whatnot, and then it takes the romanticism away. It takes the fear away. Oh, it's some compound.
Yeah.
But if you throw in the equation of the devil, and then or who knows, and then that makes it even more intriguing, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but that's just some of our experiences, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's more,
Oh,
but
yeah.
just can't really.
Especially the ones, I mean, especially back home, especially the ones that live in the country.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure they have a lot.
Yeah.
They're pretty big on supernatural
And
stuff.
then I'm just glad we're back on the saddle,
Yep,
and
yeah.
if we're rustier,
Yeah.
please forgive us. And, but
But it does
You
feel
know.
good. It does feel good to be back doing
Yeah.
this.
Yes,
So-
yes.
and then I was suggesting with the lads to do on our side channel, which is Cucina Chronicles.
Yeah.
We are doing Filipino bar food, and we want your feedback as to
barf food or bar food?
It's eventually it will be bar
Pulutan.
food.
Pulutan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, food that you eat while drinking.
yeah.
Yeah.
At least back home. I mean, we
Yeah.
have a
Yeah.
lot,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we Pinoys, we eat and drink. Unlike here, you eat and then
I mean, I still have the lechon in my freezer that we can make to a sisig. So
All right.
then from the talking pig.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The talking pig. Yep. Yeah.
But anyway, thank you for tuning in.
Yep,
And
thank you.
Hope you were entertained with our stories that on our personal release.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
any stories that you guys have, you're more than welcome to put it down in the comment.
Share it with us.
And
Yep.
again, as a disclaimer, we're not experts on the supernatural. We're just
This is just our belief and what we experience ourselves.
what we saw, what we heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do know from our great friend Sean. I think he did come up with a way of not
Scaring away.
scaring
Oh yeah, I
away
think this is
a
the few
haunting.
times that he got it down to a science.
Yeah.
Like, when in doubt, whip it out.
Yep.
And that
there's
seemed to work.
If there's a haunting, you just gotta pull it out.
Yeah.
Yep. And they just disappear.
And it worked.
Right,
So-
For
we're
him at
gonna-
least.
Yeah, for him. So
well, we're gonna end it on this note.
Happy Halloween.
Happy
Be
Halloween,
careful.
guys. Yeah.
If you don't drink and drive.
Yep.
Yep.
Uber
fun.
Yeah,
and Lyft
please,
would,
please,
Yeah,
Uber.
Uber and Lyft will gouge your eyes out price wise, but I can guarantee you this.
Yeah.
It's still way cheaper than
Yeah.
a DUI.
Yeah.
Yeah, or
Where you will live.
pay off a friend to be a DD that
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Mabuhay.
yeah, be safe, guys.
Bye.
Bye.